everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday afternoon, Little Friday. It is very, very hot here in London. We're transmitting from London, but it is beautiful. Hot, but beautiful. I'm in my nice front room, so everything's good. Welcome to our live, where today we're going to be talking about our New Beginnings Retreat, which is in September the 3rd and Sunday the 4th. It's a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's a whole day experience. It's more than a retreat, it's experiential. And what we're going to be doing on there starts at 9:30. You come in at 9:30, there's going to be some lovely hot lemons and yogi teas. And then we're going to start off with a short meditation with me. And that meditation is really just going to be a welcoming meditation where it'll allow you to really just land into the space and the beginning of forgetting about everything that has gone before. Because to have a new beginning, to start something new, something has to end. And that's part of the whole process of the days, part of the program. And using these techniques, yoga, meditation, and breath work, will be guiding you through the day so that the person who comes in the morning is really, for me, transformed into another person that's going to leave that night, the person who you really are, the person that you deserve to be, without all the anxiety and the thoughts and the emotions that really are clouding around our aura every day. And especially for people who live or work in the city in very stressful environments, even if you are practicing your meditation, practicing yoga, doing all these different things, because you're in an environment of a lot of stress and strain, that stress and strain just gobbles up your good vibes and you end up a bit more like, rather than, ooh. So a retreat is a real opportunity to step away from all that stuff, all that just stuff, because that's all it is. And you will find that at the end of the day, you'll have completely forgotten about what that stuff even is, because it doesn't really matter. And it puts everything in perspective. And it's really an oasis, a wellness oasis in the middle of all the angst, a place to go where we can get away from it all. So I'd like to welcome Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Nikki.
I was going to say good morning, but it's the afternoon. I'm all confused. Welcome again. How are you today?
I am very well, thank you. Very hot, very well. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good as well, thank you. So everyone, Jenny is one of the coaches on our Wellness Weekend Retreat. And she's going to show us today just a little sample, a bite size of what you can expect from her session at that weekend. So again, it's something for you to, at this lunchtime, sit down, switch off all the other stuff, close the door on the office, I don't know, go into the toilet where there's no one around and you can have some time on your own. Shut the kids away, put the husband over there or whatever, and get some quiet time for the next half an hour. And let's go with Jenny on a little trip into wellness space. Over to you, Jen.
Amazing. Thanks, Nikki. Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny. So I'm a breathwork facilitator. I'm also a mind and well-being coach. And as Nikki was saying about working in the city before, I used to work in the city. And I actually developed some really bad digestive issues, which I didn't realize at the time were due to chronic stress. It resulted in chronic fatigue, etc. And for me, breathwork really helped me helped me take my body from that fight or flight, from that sympathetic state into the parasympathetic state of rest and digest. And it was actually an osteopath I saw who explained it to me, and it made complete sense in that moment. But no one had ever explained to me as simple as you've got these two different nervous states and you move between them throughout the day. that many of us find ourselves in our sympathetic state for too long. It's great to be in it, but we should go in it and pop back out. But because of our modern day life, because of emails that are popping up, or, you know, on Instagram, our alarm clock, our coffee, everything we do is a lot. And we have different tolerances, and sometimes we push it over the edge, and it's hard to come back. But with some great breathwork tools, which we can implement into our everyday, we can physically, we can change, we can move ourselves from that state to a calm state, simply by breathing out for longer than breathe in. And there's a lot more to breathwork, but that's just a really simple technique that we've all got access to, and we can all do it at any time. So my practice at the retreat is going to be something called conscious connected breathing. Now, this is a really powerful and profound breathwork practice. And what we're doing when we're doing it is we're bringing in up to 3 times the amount of oxygen into our body. And this helps us access deeper layers within. So it can help us with past experiences or things that have happened through our lives. We quite often, we don't necessarily process them in the moment. Maybe we're told you shouldn't react like this, you shouldn't do that. And we quite often squash them down into our bodies, or we push them into our unconscious mind, and we don't realize. And that can, over time, come up in different ways. So part of this practice, it helps to access those deeper layers. It helps to move some of that energy around. It helps to release. But everyone's experience is different, and everyone experiences different things when they do this practice, and every time they do it. And some of the other things that can happen is some people end up having a bit of an aha moment. Some people just find it really relaxing. So everyone experiences different things. So because this practice is really profound and powerful, there are a few contraindications, so a few reasons why you should maybe just take it easy, or just check with your medical practitioner before you practice it. So today, we're not really going to do it because we're not in person and we can't be there to support you. So I'm going to lead you through a bit more of a relaxing practice with a bit of, we're going to do something called box breathing, which helps focus our minds. And we will do a tiny bit of conscious connected breathing at the end, but it's going to be a little bit more of the practice that I call infinity breath. But on the day at the retreat, we've got people teaching all different types of breath work. And that's the type of breath work I'll be teaching, which will help integrate everything that you've done already that day. And it will help you go deeper and help you access those inner layers, help work out what it is that you don't want anymore before you start to work out what you do want, so we can start with the new beginnings and change our habits, our thought patterns to become a happier, calmer version of ourselves. Would you say that's right, Nikki?
Absolutely, absolutely. And like you say, this is just really a glimpse of what the potential is to experience through breath work. And everyone, just like Jenny said, if you've just joined us, we are talking about our New Beginnings retreat in September in central London on Saturday the 3rd and Sunday the 4th. I mean, what else are you doing that weekend? Why not invest in yourself and invest in, maybe you want to invest in your team. Maybe, you know, you want to take your colleagues on a well-being experience, increase their productivity, lower their anxiety, and give them an all-over well-being experience. And that really leads to, of course, all over healthy, vital people. And that's what we're looking for, because if everyone, quite frankly, was practicing breath work all the time, we wouldn't be all falling down and not going into work and not being able to deal with the stuff that we call, like you say, Jenny, modern life. I use that term loosely. And the other thing as well is that going on a retreat, you're going to have, on the day, you're going to have Jenny there, I'll be there, and we'll be looking after you as you go through this experience. Not that I want to freak anyone out, that there's not going to be something dramatic happening, but a lot of us like you say, Jenny, we are constantly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in fight or flight. And we're kind of assuming that you know what that means. And because many people, maybe when you're watching, you're thinking, what is fight or flight, Mickey? What are you talking about? And what we mean by fight or flight is in a state of angst, which is a way up here. And that you have lost the ability, your body, your brain has lost the know-how of how to come down from that. And what often people use to come down from that is alcohol, etc., medication, even what I call self-medicating. Maybe you've even got medication from a medical practitioner, but that is not the way, in my opinion, of course, to come down. Then what you will learn on that retreat day is to tap into your body's own ability to come down. We're such a sophisticated machine. And the more that you can see what happens just by breath work, just by breathing, that's what we're doing right now. I'm doing it right now, and you're doing it right now. But what we're doing is optimizing that tool for a specific outcome. We're not just going, this is how you breathe, because we all know how to breathe. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here watching this LinkedIn. So I'm going to switch over to you again, Jen, and you can take us off.
Yeah, amazing. Thanks, Nikki. And yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about explaining fight or flight because I didn't know myself. I had digestive issues for 16 years and I didn't know. But what happens when you're in that state, your body, you're in survival mode, your body thinks the things that you don't necessarily need right now. For example, you don't need to be digesting your sandwich. You don't need to be reproducing because you're running away from the tiger. These things slow or stop. So for me, because I was constantly in that state and didn't realize, I was working in events, so I thought it was good to be all the time. My digestion stopped. So I ended up with digestive issues and I ignored it and it got worse and worse and worse and worse until to a state where I couldn't ignore it anymore. And like I say, breath work has been amazing for me. But also on the retreat, we have yoga, which I also really enjoy. And some people find that's more amazing for them. And we're doing meditation, chanting, we're doing everything. So much in 1 or 2 days. So enough about me chatting on. Let's do a little bit of breath practice. So sitting comfortably, or if you want to, you can lay down, whatever works for you. With your back straight and shoulders relaxed, again, if that works for you. If you're sat on a chair, I recommend you put your feet flat on the floor, if you can. And we're going to close down our eyes if that's comfortable, or lower your gaze. And we're going to be breathing in and out through our nose to start. And I want you to just start by noticing your breath. We're not trying to change it. We're not setting any judgment. We're just noticing how we're breathing. And of course, I've asked you to breathe in and out of your nose. So in breathing in and out of your nose, can you feel the breath as it comes in your nose? Can you feel it moving into your diaphragm, which is the muscle beneath your lungs? Or is it just going straight to your lungs? Is it short and shallow? Is it deep? Now, the reason we breathe in and out of our nose is it helps purify the air. It helps control the air temperature, the air pressure. It adds friction to our breath, which helps with our breath efficiency. We've got a neurotransmitter in our nose that signals safety to our body. It also helps release nitric oxide, which is an anti-inflammatory, an antiviral, an antifungal. It's amazing. So we're supposed to breathe in and out of our nose, but for whatever reason, a lot of us don't. So that's step 1, in and out of our nose. Now, let's all take a really deep inhale together through our nose. And I want you to try and start this from the bottom of your tummy. So using our diaphragm, so your tummy rises and then your lungs expand. And then we're going to sigh everything out through our mouth, actually. And as we do that, relaxing the shoulders, letting all your tension go. I want you to try that 2 more times. If you find it difficult, put one hand on your chest, one hand on your tummy. And try and breathe into the hand in your tummy first, then up into your chest. If you can't, that's fine. Just do whatever works. And breathing out when you're ready, sighing everything out. Just letting everything go. And one more go. We're just letting everything go, releasing everything down. Keeping your eyes closed and just popping in to yourself. Ask yourself, how do I feel today? How do I feel today? Just notice what comes up. And perhaps nothing comes up. Perhaps you're in your mind rather than in your body. And that's okay, we're just noticing. Perhaps it's just a niggling feeling in your body. You can't quite put a name to it, but you can feel it. And the first step to any change is awareness. So just starting to notice our bodies, our breath. And I want you to also ask yourself, what is it that I need to let go of? What do I need to let go of? It could be anything. And just see what comes up. And keeping your eyes closed, I'm just going to explain to you our box breathing. So this is an amazing breath practice which helps balance out our nervous system. It's used to help with concentration. The US Navy SEALs actually use it before they go out on a mission. And what we're going to be doing is inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. I'll be counting us through. We'll be doing this all through our nose and trying to use our diaphragm, so breathing into our belly. If you're finding it difficult, I recommend giving it a few rounds because sometimes our body just isn't used to a certain way of breathing. And on your exhale, just really slowly release that so you have enough breath for the bottom hold. And if you're really struggling, you can drop the count down and do one slightly slower in your own, faster rather, in your own time. So when we're ready, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling through your nose, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling through your nose, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling through your nose, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, our tummy is rising. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, our tummy's falling. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, keep going, you're doing really well. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. If your mind's wandering, just bring it back to your breath, back to the count. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, this is our last round. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your eyes closed, just letting your breath do whatever it needs to do. I want you to bring your attention back within and ask yourself, what is it that I need to bring in? What is it that I need to bring in? And this could be anything. It could be an emotion, a feeling, an action, a word, a color, a shape. Just see what comes up for you. We're going to be moving into the infinity breath. It's like a figure of 8 breath. So we inhale, I'll explain it first. We inhale through our nose, and then we just let the breath fall away. And then we try and connect it. Now, this is a little bit like conscious connected breathing. And when your breath falls away, if you're finding that you're a bit dizzy or tingly, you don't like it, just slow the breath right down. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling. And the idea is you exhale and just let the breath fall away and connect it. But if you're feeling uncomfortable, you can just inhale and exhale slowly. And you're imagining the infinity sign around your body. So you're inhaling, and it's going down to your body, and then you're exhaling back through your nose. And as we inhale, I want you to bring in what you need. So joy, calm, happiness, whatever it is. And as you're exhaling, you're letting go negativity, frustration, whatever those feelings, those emotions, those words are that you no longer need, no longer working for you. So keep going. The quicker the breath, the less the pause in between, the deeper the experience. You likely feel some buzzing, some tingling. This is absolutely normal and it's okay, but if you feel dizzy or uncomfortable, slow it right down. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, just take an inhale and a slow exhale. Inhale, slow exhale. And the more conscious connective type is connecting that breath. As you inhale, what are you bringing in? As you exhale, what are you letting go of? Inhaling positivity, exhaling negativity. Inhaling joy, exhaling sadness. Inhaling hope, exhaling fear. Whenever the words are that resonate with you. Just going to do a few more rounds. Finding a pattern, a rhythm that's working for you. And this is helping to just bring ourselves up, bringing some energy into our bodies, helping us to get through the afternoon in a natural way. A few more rounds. And make this your last round. And then let's all take a really deep inhale together, like we did at the beginning, in through our nose. And then trying to hold it at the top for as long as comfortable for you. And then when you're ready, slowly letting your breath out through your nose or through your mouth, as slow as you possibly can. And when you've done that, do it one more time. in your own time, whatever works for you. And holding that breath again at the top for as long as that's comfortable. And as you exhale, you might like to shake out whatever's left that you don't want. You may want to hum or chant or make any noise or not at all. Whatever it is, again, that works for you. And then when you're back down, start to notice your body again. Let your breath return to its natural pattern and slowly open your eyes and come back into the space, back into your room.
That is really quite amazing, having gone through that with you, that even in that, what was that, less than 10 minutes, you can already feel, I feel like everything has started to slow down. I've gone into slow-mo mode. And that doesn't mean that I'm kind of thinking, oh, I'll just go and lie down and go to sleep. It just means that I've calmed down, being in slow-mo mode. So if you were doing this in the office space at lunchtime, that it wouldn't be a case of, right, that's it, I'm going to have to go and lie down now. It would actually have the opposite effect. You actually feel clarity and a sense of a different type of connection with the environment that you are in. I think that that's what it is, because your breath helps you just sort of have a feeling of a different sense of reality, because as we were saying at the beginning, when you're in fight or flight, you've lost sense of reality and of what's happening, because you're in this survival mode, like running from the tiger. That's a really good one. I like that one, Jenny. Running from the tiger. And we've all done it. Hey, we've all done it.
It's so true. And I think as well, I don't know, for me personally, I found that the word stress meant that I had to be like really freaking out. But actually, anything's a stressor in your body, and we're all different. And like, it can literally be having a cup of tea, or your alarm clock going off, or that email from your boss, or exercising. And it's not saying none of those things are good. It's just about the balance, right, Mickey?
Yeah.
And knowing how to balance it, which I guess for me, I didn't.
Yeah, because when you're in that mode, even just an email, even just an alarm clock, because you're on the edge of survival, you're on the edge. That's what your body thinks is happening. So any kind of like, oh God, oh, anything that goes wrong. And really as well, why? We don't need to live like this. This is not just because everyone is living like that, doesn't mean that it's good, and doesn't mean that it's normal, and doesn't mean that you have to live like that. There is another option. There is a way out. Believe you me, there is a way out from this. One day you feel good, the sun's out, you think, yeah, great, brilliant, great day. Next day, everything's a complete disaster just because it's raining. That's what living in fight mode is. And that is why you're going to come to this retreat on Saturday the 3rd or Sunday the 4th. Come to both days. You can come to Saturday, and if you decide you want to come to Sunday, hopefully there'll be space. You can come for the second day. And it is a really wonderful, nurturing experience. And I can tell you from that, Jenny, you know, you've run loads of retreats yourself, that there has never, ever been anyone who's come who said, you know what, that was rubbish. I don't feel anything. I still feel as stressed out now as I did at 9:30 this morning. That just doesn't happen. It's a reset. It's an opportunity, because September is, we're going into Q3. We're going seasonal change, energetic change. And with that, it's good to do something to mark that change and to prepare you for the next step, prepare you for the next chapter. The kids have all gone back to school. The holidays are over. Oh God, it sounds awful, doesn't it? Not the bits about the kids going back to school, poor things. Maybe some of your kids have gone to university, or there's lots of movement happening at that time of year. And that movement in itself can increase your anxiety levels. It can increase that sort of out of control, I am out of control type of feeling. but don't worry about that. After this live is over, you can jump on to the Breath Hub page. There's a link there to their Eventbrite ticket, and you can get your ticket straight away. You can also go on to the Breath Hub app and have a little look around there, maybe subscribe to a short trial, and you'll get a feeling of what it's like. Maybe it's even a preparation. If you get a ticket, little preparation for what's about to happen. The Breath Hub app is absolutely amazing. There's been lots of, even if you've been on there before a while back, there's been lots of changes and updates, and really, it's really quite fantastic. And just like all those sort of other apps, like maybe Headspace or something like that, except it's better and it's all for breathing. Of course, I'm going to say that, aren't I? Do you know what? I say that out of all
free trial, right? I think.
Yeah, there's a trial. Everyone who comes to the event in September will be getting a 3-month free subscription to the Breath Hub app, and that is a really great follow-up. Yeah, so that's a really great follow-up. So if you're bringing your colleagues or your team members to that, you'll know that you'll have this day, you'll have this experience, and there'll be a follow-up on the app afterwards. So that's really fantastic as well. Great. Well, thank you, Jenny. Thank you for joining us. And if there are any questions or comments, this video is going to be on the Breath Hub page on LinkedIn and on the Breath Hub YouTube channel. You can have a look, go through it again, do that breathing exercise again with Jenny, and let us know how you feel, or if there are any questions about the retreat, about what you can expect, or whatever. Drop us a line. We'll come back to you as soon as we can. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you, Jenny, and to seeing you guys there at the retreat in September. Have a lovely afternoon. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.